Good day, my dear grade 8 students. Welcome to Technology and Livelihood Education Front Office Services 8. I am your subject teacher, Ma'am Chinfiros B. Macalanda. How are you doing today? I am so happy seeing you all present. Are you ready to learn a new lesson? Great! Let us know first the guidelines in watching a video lesson. 1. Prepare a copy of your self-learning module in PLE8 Front Office Services, your pen and paper. 2. Find a nice and quiet place that will not interfere with your study. 3. Listen carefully to each instruction and do the lesson. 4. Perform each task to the best of your ability. 5. Do not forget to take a picture or a screenshot of your output and send it via Facebook or Messenger. Now before we start, let's have a prayer. Alright, so my dear students, find your comfortable place and keep your things nearby. Are we good now? Very good. Now let us know what you have learned from our previous lesson. Get your pen and paper and you will be given 10 seconds to write your answer. Now record your scores because later on you will be sending it to my messenger. Are we good now? Great. Direction. Choose the letter of the correct answer.
Question number 1. It is used to store paper documents in file folders. A. Filing cabinet. B. Safety deposit box. C. Folio tray. Or D. Fax machine. What do you think is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is A. Filing cabinet. Question number 2. It is a device used in the hotel to communicate and receive calls and inquiries from the guests. A. Printer. B. Computer. C. Telephone. Or D. Fax machine. And the correct answer is very good. It's letter C. Telephone. Question number 3. It is used widely in front office department for the purpose of reservation, registration, accounting, and auditing. A. Printer. B. Computer. C. Telephone. Or D. Fax machine. And the correct answer is great. It's letter B. Computer. Question number 4. It is used for keeping the keys of the guest room. A. Cash register. B. Filing cabinet. C. Key rack. Or D. Fax machine. What do you think is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter C, key rack. Lastly, question number 5. It is an automatic telephone switching system within private enterprise. A. Cash register, B. Key rack, C. Filing cabinet, or D. Fax machine. The correct answer is very good. It's letter D, fax machine. Good job, my dear grade 8 students.
Wow, that was awesome. Job well done, my dear grade 8 students. At this moment, let's have a game. Again, record your score and later on, you will be sending it to my messenger. This game is entitled 4 Pigs, 1 Word. I know that some of you already know this game, so I will be showing you some pictures and you will guess what is that picture all about. Are you ready? Great! Very good! Later on, you will be able to know the connections of those words and pictures in our lesson. Our lesson for today is maintain tools, equipment, and paraphernalia in front office services. And for today's objectives, at the end of this lesson, you are able to 1. Perform aftercare activities for tools, equipment, and paraphernalia. 2. Apply procedures in cleaning tools, equipment, and paraphernalia after use according to standard operating procedures. And 3. Value the importance of sanitary practices in using the different tools, equipment, and paraphernalia in front office services. Tools, equipment, and paraphernalia are very essential in most businesses. They are important for the day-to-day operation of the business. Most tools and equipment are costly and it needs a lot of proper care and maintenance to ensure its longevity and usefulness. Problems sometimes arise on the front desk if one of the equipment is not working. As a front desk officer, you can avoid this situation if tools, equipment, and paraphernalia are well maintained. Making sure your tools are properly stored, cleaned, and well-maintained will save your time and money, as well as making your job much easier and convenient. It is also important to use the appropriate cleaning tools and read the user's manual, which is included upon purchase. Now here are the tips for proper use of tools and equipment. First, read and understand the manual of operation for each equipment in order to avoid problems when using it. 2. Be sure that equipment is in good condition, not defective nor damaged. Kung mapapansin nyo sa lahat ng mga equipment na binibili natin, bago ito ibigay sa atin, ay tinatanong pa tayo ng seller kung ito ay na-testing na ba. So, kailangan malaman muna natin na ito ay walang damage at nasa maayos na kondisyon. Sa ganitong pamamaraan, masisigurado natin na maayos ito at siguradong makakatipid tayo. Third is, use the equipment for their intended purpose. Next, handle all electrical tools and equipment with care and caution. 5. All equipment must be turned off when unattended. Accidents are always there. Therefore, we should be alert, aware, and attentive. 6. All power tools must be properly grounded before they are used. Kailangan maayos ang pagkakalagay at dapat hindi tupi-tupi yung mga wires para hindi tayo makuryente. Next is, clean the equipment after each use and store them properly. Keep them dry. And number Number 8, use appropriate personal protective equipment or PPE for a specific job requirement. Now, how to properly maintain the computer? 1. Remove dust from vents and fans. 2. Clean the screen with a lint-free cloth. 3. Avoid placing it on an extreme temperatures in order to avoid moisture. 4. Keep your keyboard from free in order to avoid ants, and as much as possible, avoid putting some foods and beverages near your computer to avoid spillage. 5. Sanitize the mouse to get rid of bacteria and viruses. 6. Place the computer on a clean, cool, and dry place. 7. Prevent dust buildup by covering with clean cloth when not in use. Now let's move on to the printer. First, check ink levels and refill immediately if it runs out. Second, for printer, avoid printing large volume of materials. Next, regularly check the ink levels. And number 4, perform maintenance as scheduled. Now let us move on to the key rack. First, sort the keys by room number. Next, place not higher than eye level and never on top of any shelves. Third, do not overcrowd shelves. Fourth, get rid of the dust by using feather duster or clean cloth. Next, let us proceed to the cash register. 1. Remove and set aside the cash. 2. Vacuum out the dirt inside the drawer. 3. Vacuum on the keys and underneath them. Next is, of course, sanitize the screen and keys regularly. And do not wait for the paper rolls to run out. Next is, of course, we need to replace the ink cartridge when ink is fading. Always close the drawer tightly. Store at a room temperature at all times and cover with a clean cloth to avoid dust buildup when not in use. Next is we have the telephone. Place on a clean and flat surface. Avoid placing food and beverages near the telephone to avoid spillage. Arrange the wires properly to avoid tangling. Wipe the dust with a clean piece of cloth and regularly check if cords are attached properly. Next is we have the safety deposit box. Avoid encoding wrong pin several times in order to avoid malfunctions. Always close the door tightly when not in use to avoid dust. Protect from moisture, for it will cause rust. And of course, update the access code regularly for safety purposes. And lastly, store in a clean storage. Moving on to the fax machine. Unplug the equipment to avoid electric shock hazards. Observe the fax machine for possible areas to clean, especially deposit of dust and toner residue in its interval. Use the compressed air to blow away dirt inside. Wipe the external part using a lint-free cloth. Read the manufacturer's manual on how to run the self-clean feature of the fax machine. Next is, plug in the equipment and let it run the self-clean and the head scanning function. Then, wait for the entire process to finish. And we also have some commonly used cleaning materials for electronics. We have the first one, duster. Duster is used to wipe away dust from surface of office tools and equipment. Next is we also have compressed air. Pressurized can that blow away dust and dirt, especially on hard-to-reach spaces. We also have electrostatic cloth. Unlike the usual cleaning cloth, it has magnetic properties that gather dust and dirt particles for better cleaning. We also have lint-free cloth. These are special cleaning cloth that does not leave any lint on equipment. And we also have toothpick or metal pin. It serves as a framework for cotton cloth to reach deep holes. tools. And lastly, we have the cleaning solution. A mild detergent mixed with water and disinfectant like rubbing or isopropyl solution. Alright, my dear students, you already learned how to maintain tools, equipment, and paraphernalia in front office services. Now, it is very important also to observe and perform sanitary practices of these tools and equipment, especially that there is a pandemic. So in order to avoid or stop the spread of viruses, we should know how to properly sanitize these tools, equipment, and paraphernalia. Again, why is it important to give maintenance of tools, equipment, and paraphernalia in front office services? Very good. So in order to ensure its longevity and usefulness. How about the importance of observing sanitary practices of these tools and equipment? Alright, so in order to avoid or stop the spread of viruses. Now at this moment, my dear students, I want you to get your pen and paper. Let's have a practice exercise. Again, you will be sending me your answers in my messenger. Direction: imagine yourself as a front desk officer. While working, you encountered a work problem. Give your suggestions on how to solve the following situations based on what you have learned from our discussion. What will you do if a telephone is not working? How about a fax machine won't turn on? A printer runs out of ink. A guest in room 201 got the wrong key. The computer won't turn on. What do you think are the possible actions that you will do or perform? Save your answer because I will check them later on. Now let's apply what you have learned in our lesson today. Direction: list down the cleaning activities of the following tools, equipment, and paraphernalia in front office service to maintain its cleanliness. 1. We have fax machine. Second is we have computer. Next is we have telephone. We also have key rack. And last, we have the printer. Very good. Now at this moment, let's have a test. Get your pen and paper and keep your modules or notes. You will be given 5 seconds to write your answer. Remember, if you want to be trusted, be honest. God is watching you. Are you ready? Great. Direction: choose the letter of the correct answer.
Question number 1. It is used to wipe away dust from surface of office tools and equipment. Is it duster? Electrostatic cloth? Is it compressed air? Or lint-free cloth? What do you think is the correct answer? The correct answer is duster. Very good. Question number 2. What is the first step to be done before cleaning electrically operated equipment? Is it power on or unplug? Is it assemble or switch off? The correct answer is very good. It's unplug. Next question. Question number 3. Well-maintained tools, equipment, and paraphernalia will lead to defective tools, customer satisfaction, customer complaints, or longer lifespan. The correct answer is very good. It's longer lifespan. Next question. Question number 4. Maintaining tools, equipment, and paraphernalia is a task that requires bending tools, measuring tools, cleaning tools, or cutting tools? The correct answer is very good. It's cleaning tools. And lastly, question number 5. It serves as framework for cotton cloth to reach deep holes. Is it electrostatic cloth, toothpick or metal pin? Is it compressed air or lint-free cloth? What do you think is the correct answer? And the correct answer is very good. It's toothpick or metal pin. Congratulations. Job well done.
Wow! Good job, my dear students! And for your assignment, have research on how to perform maturation and calculation in front office services. Again, this is your teacher Jinky, your teacher that makes learning exciting. See you again in our next lesson. Bye!